What's the secret sauce to making your book or business come alive? For me, it's inspiration that I just can't shake. And that inspiration becomes determination for elevation. Today, I'm showing you how to birth your book, giving you 3 tips to maximize your moment and your manuscript. Lock in for today's podcast masterclass. Turn me up. I'm mic'd up. Join me and let's mix it up. What's good people? How you doing? How you living? How's it going? What's happening? I hope that you are doing well. Well, I want to welcome you to another edition of In the Mix. Yeah, I'm the host. I'm your host with the most, yours truly, Dr. Eddie Connor. And it is an honor that you have joined me today. I want you to share this with somebody, especially those of you who are authors, aspiring authors, published authors. You need to lean in and listen to this. Let's talk about it. Birthing your book. 3 tips to maximize your moment and your manuscript. Number 1 is this. You have to identify your topic. Got to do it. Nothing outlandish. And let's just say this, beyond identify your topic, identify your interest. Identify your interest. What are you writing about? What is the topic? Have you researched this particular topic of interest? Why is it of interest to you? Identify your interest. What comes easy to you when you're writing it? Is it your signature story? Is it what you've been through? Is it relationships? Is it your perspective on faith? What speaks to you? Right? And if you don't know it, neither will anyone else. If you don't write what speaks to the heart of hearts with you and your passion, the reader will understand that. The reader will know it, and the reader won't even connect to it. And here's the thing. The reader will put it down before the book is already done, before the end of the book. They'll put it down not even halfway through it, because they won't find any connection to it, because they can tell that you're not even connecting to what it is that you're writing. How are you connecting through the portal of communication that is nonverbal communication with what it is that you write? My friend is cool with a very well-known singer. Called him up one day, and he said, "Bro, I just want to know. I need you to just give me the straight up scoop. I've been listening to your song for the last few weeks. It's a hit. For the past 3 weeks, I just can't stop listening to it." Right? He said, "How did you write this hit? What was your process to writing this hit song? How did the song not just hit and connect to me? How is it just hitting, connecting? How is it just hitting and connecting to everybody?" Singer told him these words. He said, "For me to write a hit, I got to first get hit." For me to write a hit, I have to first get hit. What does that mean? If it hits me, I know it's going to hit you. If it hit me, if it hurt me, if I felt it, if I healed from it, then I know you can find healing from my hurt. Your pain becomes a reader's answer to their pain. Your pain that you healed from, that becomes purposeful, becomes an answer to the reader's pain. It's like Mary J. Blige. Many of us, we like her hit songs, but little do you know, or even if you recognized it, many of her hit songs were birthed out of pain. And that pain that she went through hit your heart. You like the songs What's the 411 from the album Mary. You like Not Gonna Cry. You like No Drama. And many of you all like the You Not Gonna Cry and the No Drama more than you do Just Fine. Right? The Just Fine is, yeah, she's dancing, she's happy, all this other stuff. It's a celebration, it's a jubilation moment. But it's the pain of what it is that she went through before she became Just Fine that touched not only your heart, but the hearts of other fans that she has, a myriad of fans that she has. I say all that to say, listen, the best writing serves the reader, not the writer. Let me say that again. The best writing serves the reader, not the writer. I don't need to be self-serving as an author. I don't need to be self-serving as a writer. I need to be a servant of the reader. Listen, well, what do you mean by that? How am I supposed to tell my story if if it's not about me? It's not about you. While you are sharing about you, you may be writing about you, but it's not about you. Are you following me? It's bigger than you. What are you doing? You're using your story as a stepping stone. The stumbling blocks of what you went through, you're now able to use that story as a stepping stone so that other people can derive life lessons from that and say, all right, I'm not the only one. Thank you for showing up despite the shame. Thank you for showing up despite the stigma. Thank you for showing up despite the setback and being courageous enough to use your voice, the power of your pen, to empower me. So when I say identify your interest, write about something that you're passionate about. Write about something that you have prior knowledge about. Write about something that becomes a particular teachable moment. Something that lightens your load, makes the writing process more enjoyable. Something that you enjoy doing. Listen, there's no need for me to write about Einstein's theory of relativity. No need for me to write about Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs. It's not something that I'm passionate about. It's not a passion of mine. Good to study, great to get, insight on it. No need for me to study, Martin Luther's theses. No need for me to necessarily be writing about. It's okay to study it. No need for me to be writing specifically about rocket science and entropy. It's not a passion of mine. Find your passion, put the pen to the paper so that you can connect to your audience based upon what it is that you are writing. Let's go to the next one. We're talking about 3 tips to maximize your moment and your manuscript. Here's another one. Listen to me. Faith without works won't work. Number 2, faith without works won't work. How many more stories do you need to hear of other people who have turned their struggle into strength before you write yours? How many times do you need to see other people being successful and you keep saying, man, I could do that too. That seemed pretty easy. I should have done that. Well, you should have done that. I could have wrote that. Well, you should have wrote that. But you didn't produce, so why reduce somebody else? After more, here's the thing. After all is said and done, more is said than done. Take what it is that I've learned, what it is that I've grown from, how I've gained, and I'm not just sharing this with you just out of happenstance or coincidence. I'm an 18-time author. I'm a best-selling author. I've spoken on stages, written a plethora of pages, locally, nationally, globally. I know a thing of 18 about a thing of 18. Don't just get this information, take the notes on it, prepare to write your book. But when you close out of this podcast masterclass, you go back to doing and being who it is that you were. Stop saying I'll do it tomorrow. You said that last year. Stop saying I'll do it tomorrow. You said that last month. You said that at the top of this year. Get it done. You know what the problem is? The problem is most people are waiting for some miraculous motivation. They're waiting to be hit by some bolt of lightning to put their book out. And it ain't going to happen. They're waiting for it to, to something just slap them upside their head and it just hit them by osmosis. It's not going to happen. God will give you a thought, but he won't study for you. God will give you a thought, but he won't type the book for you. This is about more than motivation. This is about determination. This is about discipline and determination. When you don't feel like doing it, are you willing to do it? Family, do you think I felt like writing 18 books all the time? Oh, you must just love writing. I never wanted to be a writer. How about that? Many days I procrastinated. Many days. But are you willing to hold yourself accountable and get an accountability partner? Let me be your accountability partner. How about that? If you don't have one, let me be your accountability partner. I'm here to hold you accountable. Well, I don't know if I have 10 hours a day to work on a book. Did I say you needed 10 hours? I don't know if I have, a couple of hours to work. Did I say you needed a couple of hours? If you can take at least 15 minutes of your day to make an appointment with yourself. Come on. Self-appointed appointment. Self-appointed appointment. Do that. When you make a self-appointed appointment with yourself, now you're going to show up for yourself. Yeah. You've identified your interests. Now you make a self-appointed appointment with yourself. What does that mean? If all I have is 15 minutes in my calendar today, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to write for those 15 minutes because 15 minutes is better than no minutes. I wish I had somebody talking to me. Talk to me in them comments. 15 minutes is better than no minutes. You show up for everybody else. You do everything else for everybody else. Why don't you take some time to do something for yourself? Now, it also comes with focus. Focusing on your writing is not getting up every 5 minutes to go to the refrigerator. Focusing on your writing is not checking your social media or text or flipping through the TV or you getting distracted. No, for that 15 minutes, I'm solely focused. Yeah. No, you can't touch your phone. No, you shouldn't be going to the refrigerator. No, you shouldn't be watching TV at the same time. Focus specifically on what it is that you're going to do. Well, I have writer's block. You know what the cure to writer's block is? The panacea to all ills for writer's block is to write around the thought. Write around the thought, come up with a new thought or a new topic, and you'll see the new thought eventually intersects with the previous thought. This is what I like to call it. Ride around the block. Right around the block. Right around the blocking thought. Ride around the block. Just ride around it. Create a new idea. Create a new level of thought. Write about anything. Write about something. And find a particular way to say, all right, this particular thought may become an offshoot for something else, and I can now connect it to the previous thought. Are you seeing what I'm saying? Stop finding excuses and reasons to quit. Listen, when you're talking about maximizing your moment, maximizing your manuscript, here's what happens when you maximize your manuscript. When you maximize your manuscript, you now open yourself up for podcasts, radio and TV appearances. You now open yourself up for multiple streams of income. If you write the book, it releases your blessing. The book now becomes a blueprint for your business and the conference. Little do you know, hey, that book set up a conference for me. I created a book. I wrote a book called Identity: Keys to Discover Your Uniqueness, Unlock Your Greatness. I created an Access Identity Conference where I had registrants from 24 states and 13 countries. That book spawned the idea for the conference. Come on, the book will release your platform locally, nationally, globally. Ask me how I know, for my bio tells me so. The harsh reality is all the things that I listed, your book will not do that for you until you write it. Until you write it, until you make it plain. The work will not do itself, and the book will not write itself. Listen, I wrote my first book with $1 and a dream to my name in a dorm room. What did I write about? I wrote about beating and defeating stage 4 cancer. I said I would only write one book, and I told myself that. I'm only going to write one book in my life. And guess what? That one book now has taken me to 18 books as a best-selling author. Let me tell you. Here's the question I want to ask you. Wouldn't it be great after all of these strategies that I give you to actually have the blueprint that has all of these strategies and more, that actually has something that you could download, that has something that you could actually use, that says, all right, after all I get off of this podcast right here, what's the first thing that I'm supposed to do? How do I even get the first words and letters onto the pages? How do I do that? How do I prepare even before my manuscript? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to gain? How am I supposed to do this? How do I develop my manuscript? How do I do the professional editing and the cover design and the ebook and the printing procedures? What am I supposed to do to create a measurable writing schedule and to market my message in the marketplace? How do I do that? What is the format for me to develop my book, to distribute it? How do I get my book on Amazon and Barnes and Noble? Right? How do I plan my book promotion? How do I deal with writer's block? May not necessarily have a big social media following, but still, how do I build my social media and get book reviews and email marketing? And how do I add layers to the literature of what it is that I have? I'm so glad that you asked, because I put together an 80+ comprehensive guide called my bestseller book blueprint. It's an absolute go-to guide to write your book, to increase your sales, to become an industry authority as an author. These are the exact same strategies. Let me say this again. These are the exact same strategies that I use to write 18 books, to become a best-selling author, to speak on international stages. This contains charts, as you just saw, guides, standards, procedures, resources, strategies for ultimate success as an author. These are the same strategies that I have used and continue to use to write my books, and that will also help you to write your book or your books. This is for every aspiring author. This is for every published author. I wish I had all of these strategies right now when I was writing my first book. These strategies that I have right now, I wish I had this when I was writing my first book. Look at this, the charts, the guides, the graphs, all the things that actually detail what it is that you're supposed to do. I wish I had this when I was first starting. I had to bump my head. The missteps, the mistakes, the mishaps, the thousands of dollars that I lost. The trial and error of what it is that I had to go through. You don't have to do this. You don't have to go through this when you get this. If you're serious about your growth, I want you to go right now to accessidentity.org/author. accessidentity.org/author. Yeah, still keeps going on and on and on and on. accessidentity.org/author. And here's what I'm going to do. The next 5 of you who take advantage of this opportunity, put in the word SOAR. Put in the word SOAR at checkout. I'm going to give you $60 off when you go ahead and get my bestseller book blueprint. when you go and get my bestseller book blueprint, I'm giving you $60 off. I got a whole checklist in here, making sure that you did what you needed to do to make sure that your book gets out the right way. I don't know what to tell you. You get the same strategy that I use and continue to use as an 18-time best-selling author. Go and get it right now. accessidentity.org/author. When you get there, tap the button that says invest now. Yeah, make an investment in yourself. And then put in the word SOAR at checkout in the coupon code so that I can give you the $60 off. Go take advantage of that right now. Last but not least, here's what you have to do. You have to begin with the end. Begin with the end. That's what I want you to do. I want you to begin with the end. I told you, number one, identify your interests. Secondly, make a self-appointed appointment. Self-appointed appointment. Thirdly, begin with the end. What do I mean by this? What do I mean by this? People ask me, you say, you know what, Dr. Eddie, what is the secret sauce for you making your creativity come alive? How in the world have you been able to write 18 books? I'm so glad you asked. It all boiled down to inspiration that moved into a place of dedication. I could not shake myself from the thought, the idea of writing a book. Wrote my book, started a word process, my MacBook Pro, pictured myself as a painter, creating a colorful palette on various pages. The blank canvas was my Word document. What picture are you painting? Yes, when you're speaking. What picture are you painting also when you're writing? There's an art to writing. There's an art to communicating through nonverbal, through your words. Is it going to be powerfully poignant? Is it going to be dull? Is it going to be despondent? Or is it going to be beautiful and bright? Is it going to be neon? It's all up to you. The paintbrush is in your hands. So this is what you have to do. You have to begin with the end in mind, much like the production of a movie. Here's what the director does. The director films the end scenes first and then retrofits the beginning and the middle scenes into the script. What do I mean by that? What is the main theme of your story? That is the primary ingredient to writing a book, the main idea. Right? Begin by crafting to your readers what the message is going to be. You may want to know, you may already know what you want to write about, or you may be at a total loss. Either way, here are a few questions that's going to guide you on the aspect and the pathway to the big idea. What do I want my reader to know about? What do I want to write about? What do I want to write about? What do I feel is important to write about? And what is it that inspires me? Now, who do I want to read who do I want to read what I'm writing about? Who do I want to read this story, this particular subject matter? Will I be able to carry out this idea effectively? Now, your answers to these particular questions help you to narrow down your book in a particular way that has clarity, that's not random, that is not a rant, but now it gives you different ideas for a particular book. And then now as you become passionate about it, here becomes chef's kiss. Voila. Yeah. What I'm truly passionate about, I'm able to identify it. On the other hand, here's the thing. If you're lacking ideas, if you have not answered these questions, you can't be steered in the right direction. Think about the books that you really love. Think about the books that you enjoy reading. Think about the books that have made a significant impact on your life. What is some of the common themes that they had? What made you as a reader feel as if that writer was talking to you? Are you seeing where I'm going with this? What makes you, here it is, even after years of reading the book, or you continue to read the book and you finish the book, what makes you want to go back to it? Are you seeing what I'm saying here? I have to identify the idea, really do. I have to get into a particular place where I'm identifying my idea, I'm identifying my interest, I'm creating a self-appointed appointment, and then as a result of it, I'm beginning with the end in mind. Family, I hope this was good for you. I hope this helped you out, to really move your mindset to another level, into another dimension, for you to tap into your secret sauce, for you to develop what it is that you have and what it is who it is that you are, to birth your book. Taking these steps to maximize your moment, to maximize your manuscript. Don't miss your moment. Your moment is right now. Somebody's waiting for you to become who you are so they can become who they're supposed to be. Here's the question: how much longer will you make them wait? Now is the time. Let's do it. Let's go for it. If you would like to support this show, you can, send a super chat, a super sticker. Yeah, you can drop a Cash App, $Dr. Eddie Ministries, PayPal, Zelle, EddieConnorJr, gmail.com. Join my Eagles community. It's where I coach, it's where I teach, it's where I train. It's my virtual village. We've got so many gifted leaders locally, nationally, and globally who understand that a win for you is a win for them too. I guarantee you're going to be transformed. If you're really serious about your growth, you want to level up, you want to grow in your emotional intelligence, you want to grow in your relationships, in your business, in your goals, and your gifts, and who it is that you are, and developing your talent and your insight and your marketing and your blueprint and your speaking and your communication and your books and what it is that you want to publish, your business in totality, how to market your message in the marketplace. Look no further. But go right now to theeaglesacademy.com, theeaglesacademy.com. When you get there, tap the Join Now button. Listen, I guarantee if you fill out the form, you will be transformed. Go ahead, get transformed right now by becoming a member in our Eagles community. And it's going to be an absolutely amazing, amazing time, especially as you're part of our private Facebook group. As you get all of our sessions, you have access to all of that. You are able to network with so many gifted leaders, and they become accountability partners, maybe business partners, but definitely lifelong friends. And then, of course, you get to be a part of all the sessions where I teach, I coach, I train, I mentor you each and every single week. Go ahead, download my bestseller book blueprint. Go get that right now. accessidentity.org/author. And I'm giving, like I said, the next 5 of you, those of you who go right now and get it, put in the word SOAR at checkout. I'm giving you $60 off. I've taken what I've learned in decades and put it in a download. I've taken what I've learned in moments and months, and you can get it in minutes. Go ahead and get it right now. accessidentity.org/author. 80 plus page comprehensive guide of all the steps, tools, and principles of the things that I have done, really to take my manuscript to the marketplace, to increase my sales, to become an industry authority as an author. Yeah. The charts, the guides, the standards, the procedures, the resources, the strategies, strategy, structure, solutions, and systems, saving yourself time, energy, and money to take your vision to another dimension. Go get that right now. accessidentity.org/author. Use the code SOAR at checkout. Put this in the coupon code and get $60 off right now. Boy, this is going to be a game changer for you. I use it myself. I still use it myself. You can't remember everything, but you got access to everything with this. You put these strategies to work, you follow exactly what I'm telling you to do, no way that you cannot be successful. I am elated and excited to welcome you, of course, to join me at the church, the Remnant Worshipers Ministry in the city of Detroit, where I serve as a pastor. Yeah, 20470 Hubble Street in the city of Detroit, where I'm saving you a seat. Join me at Church of Lives worth the flight of the drive. When you arrive, you're going to be empowered to thrive. You're going to be revived. 10 a.m. every Sunday. And of course, 7 p.m. every Tuesday as we have our Bible study. You owe it to you to be a part of our word and worship experience, powerful prayer, praise, and a preach word. Connect with me on social media at EddieConnorJr, EddieConnorJr. If you're looking for a dynamic speaker, why would you look any further? You know that I'm the man for the job. Invite me to speak at your church, your conference, your community center, your school, your graduation, your session. Add me to your podcast. Let's make some progression. All you got to do is email me to invite me. info@eddieconnor.com. And it would be an honor for me to empower you. Family is yours truly. Dr. Eddie, your main man, 100 grand, your brother. And I mean that from another mother family. It's been fun, but you know, brother, got to run. So I want you to know it's been a privilege and a pleasure, treating a treasure, joy. Yes, it has been beyond measure. But I want you, yes, you, to remember to keep the faith and believe it's going to be bigger, better, brighter, peace, and a whole lot of love. Keep soaring high. You know, I realize the extent of your development is connected to the extent of your investment. What I mean, invest little, develop little. But we're investing much into you as you invest in yourself by developing your purpose, developing your goals and your dreams and your ideals and your ideas, shifting you from ideas to income. Where does this all happen at? I'm so glad you asked. It takes place in our Eagles Academy. All you have to do is go right now to theeaglesacademy.com, tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed to shift your ideas into income, your contacts into contracts, really to grow your ideas, your impact, and your influence. You owe it to you to invest in you. And as a result of it, now you are able to be coached and mentored and be a part of our live trainings with yours truly. Yeah, with me, along with a host of other leaders and trendsetters and trailblazers and accountability partners. No one grows in a silo. The power of mentorship, it takes what I've learned in years and months and I give it to you in minutes. What I've learned in decades and I can give it to you in days. To be a part of our private Facebook group, to get guided feedback through our Eagle's Nest reflections, to get access to all of the content, all the live sessions and the trainings of business development, of financial stewardship, of the impact and empowerment that only takes place when you go right now to theeaglesacademy.com. Again, when you get there, tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed. But it doesn't just stop there. You want to develop your book? Then guess what? You are an aspiring author. You need to get my bestseller book blueprint. It's available right now. accessidentity.org/author. All of the insight of what it is that I have used to write 18 books and be a best-selling author. You owe it to you to get your hands on that. You also owe it to you to get my Successful Speaker Strategies download. I'm telling you, whatever you're building, you can build it better if you use better words. Let me show you how to develop your communication. There's an art to communication. Let me show you how to develop that. Go right now as well to accessidentity.org/speaker. And then I am blessed to pastor the Remnant Worshipers Church. I want you to be a part of the church that I am pastoring at right now. Is such a great thing of what it is that God has fashioned us to do. And it's taking place right here in the city of Detroit, 10 a.m. every Sunday, 6 p.m. we have prayer on Tuesdays, and then 7 p.m. on those same Tuesdays, we have TNT Tuesdays, Truth and Transformation. It's amazing. You want to be a part of it. Go right now, trwchurch.org. And then I want to see your face in the place this Sunday at 20470 Hubble Street. I'm doing my best to save you a seat. Powerful prayer, praise, and a preach word. Can't wait to see your face in place at the Remnant Worshipers Church.